So I got a little ahead of myself and I started working on the toilet, but I didn't get too far. So far I've cut this piece here. And this is going to be the piece that I use to place the seat on. I'm going to paint it, make it look all cute and stuff. This is the toilet seat. This is what we're working with, right? It's kind of the idea, right? Composting idea. So I've measured out the piece for the lengths over here. So I'm gonna work on that and cut those pieces out. You know, I might do this when it's less rainy. I don't know. Yeah. I'll cut that piece at least. Okay. So I cut that piece. Let's see if it measures up. Okay. Measures up. I just need to mark that line, or just use this piece. Yeah. That'll be the first side panel. So this is like the concept, but just better. So I'm gonna make all these cuts a lot better. Get my pieces together, start putting together, and add better reinforcements, obviously, as well. But given the fact that all my scrap wood is wet right there, I'm just gonna call it for now. So I've cut some pieces. This is kind of like essentially what's going on. And I cut these pieces too. These are gonna be kind of like legs on the inside, right there, and then back there. So you'll see. And I'm hoping I can get this thing to work. I'm gonna have to cut a hole out before I do anything. So I'm gonna mark this. So this is kind of where I'm gonna be cutting it out. This general area. So before I put it all together, I need to make sure I get the right size hole cut out. I need to bring out my jigsaw for that. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to drill a hole, and then I'm going to use my jigsaw to cut the whole thing around. So here's some pieces together. I am gonna nail them all together, and then I'm gonna cut a hole in the top. And then, well, when I'm putting them together, these are gonna be the legs. So this will be a lot of the support. So we'll see how that goes. Here we go. So this is kind of the gist. Yeah. Okay, my back. First piece. Now there's two. So I have to make a back panel, and then I need to make a door that I can use to pull these out when I'm ready to compost them. So it's pretty good. Yeah. I'll make adjustments as I see fit. So this guy's plant, and I'm gonna drill some holes through so that this stays in place for me. So essentially I'm framing the inside, and this is the bottom. So she is coming together slowly but surely. Okay. So now I feel like this is a secure thing, but it's pretty heavy. So I might put wheels on it. Nice and cozy. I can't go any further than that, which is good. What is next? Backing piece. Yeah, that seems right. So I have this plywood piece that I'm cutting up, and that's going to be the backing. Figure out how I'm going to make the door. trying to make the whole thing look a lot better than it does. Got the pieces. I'm gonna put them back here. And then we'll flip right down. So those pieces are nailed on. Gonna So here we are. It looks a little bit crappy at the bottom, but I'll fix it, I guess. It's got a little lip. That's kind of what we're working with. This bottom piece, it's just because like this piece is more inside than it should be, but it's fine. It is, honestly, it's just for a quick like, it's just for a patch right now. I'll probably make a better one, but I need something right now. I can just throw this in an outhouse later on, but I need something, so. Alright, so it's kind of the gist. I can't find my tripod right now, so it's a little difficult. This will do for now. So that is the hole for the toilet, and now I'm going to put the Home Depot bucket over it. Kind of see what the hole for this is. And I think the Home Depot bucket's actually bigger. So I'm going to use the Home Depot bucket as a reference and even it out, since the Home Depot bucket is a perfect size. So we're gonna go with the Home Depot bucket size. Like a little bit smaller though. So we're gonna go probably like right in the middle. Just so that the Home Depot bucket doesn't get anything on it. Like, we don't want too much of an opening. Want to make sure that the bucket, so I mean, what I have here is fine. I'm just gonna make it slightly larger. So it's a good gauge between the two sizes. I think we got a good little thing going here. So I gotta get the jigsaw out. There she goes. So this thing is getting heavy, and I decided I'm gonna put wheels on it. So I'm gonna cut the bottom and there we go, and attach wheels too. And I haven't even made the door yet, but I will. So, okay, so that is the top. This is the bottom. We're gonna nail this bottom up. Alright, it's on. Now we just need to drill it, and then gotta put the wheels on. Because I have some wheels to think about. Okay, look inside. Okay, I'm gonna just put 2 nails on each side, and then the wheels are gonna do an overkill for me. Alright, the screws are in, brad nails are in, but I realized before I put the wheels on, I'm gonna paint this thing. So I need to come up with a door idea as well, but overall I'm gonna paint this thing and go from there. This is what it looks like with the base fully secure. So it's definitely coming together. Hopeful I'll have a composting toilet in a minute. So I thought this was gonna be a different kind of green. It looks like it's a neon green practically. I thought it was hunter green. I don't know if I'm gonna use it. I might get a different can of paint. I think this is too bright. I don't know. Yeah, it's too bright. Alright. Oh, crap. Looks like Nickelodeon in there. Oh, God. Pretty cool. I guess I should do the top. Okay, now it's truly Nickelodeon in there. Crazy. But yeah, I don't think that's the right color for the outside. I'm gonna go with like a winter green color. Darker green. And it shouldn't take too much paint. I still got some, so half a can left. Nice. have this is Congo. I've used one coat essentially. The Nickelodeon toilet. I'm gonna let her dry, and then we're gonna go from there. Alright, so I gave it a second coat, it's drying, and now I am going to start working on the door frame, and I'm gonna be cutting pieces and measuring them out. So I measured the full length of the vertical height, and then I put these two together to give me the minus what I would need, since this piece is going to be inside and they're going to be flat. So that's how I did that. And now I got the right measurement, which is this minus. So yeah. So here are the pieces to the frame, and I'm going to go see if it works out. It's a perfect fit. So now I know it's a good size. I'm going to put it all together. So I'll be using the brad nail. Just be careful because the wood is thin, so make sure you're going right in instead of at an angle, otherwise it'll come out of the wood and it could even, hurt you. So just be careful. Woo, that's exactly what I meant. That's exactly what I meant. So you gotta be careful. Actually, I'm just gonna try to pull these ones out. There's something in there. Try. I'm gonna try to get them out. Crazy. Just so funny. If they want to. Well, that's something. I got something else. We're just gonna hammer the rest. All right, so this is the bottom. I'm gonna install some wheels, and I can work on the door. Maybe I'll do the door first. Yeah, so I'll do the door first. So I'm gonna lock the door here, and then it's gonna open up like this so that you can swing open all the way. So So the reason why I didn't do this door first is I wanted it to be perfectly like this. I just felt like it would have been easier to just do it like this. So I kind of propped it up here. Definitely need a drill bit. This is how she looks. These are pretty small hinges, but this one's gonna stick out a little. But I got these two, and that's fine. So this closes. Pretty cool. To get some wheels on this thing. Okay, so the wheels are on. This one is lower because I did it absent-mindedly and didn't think about it, but they're all on. This is exciting, the moment of truth. We're gonna see how that door looks and get some hardware on it and see how it moves around. And all of the feet lock because I think on a toilet that would be good. So let's let me try to put her on the floor. So heavy. So I'm glad I put this on it. Cool. Alright, so I came up with a way to close it. I got this little thing. I tried to make it close as best as I could. And then I have one of these that I stuck into there. And then this can just hook them together. So now, I mean, that's, it's what I had. You can't make a Home Depot run at 1 in the morning. So that's what I'm working with. Just these tiny C-ring, this little hook, and this, and we're in business. So I want to unhook it, and that's kind of the system that we got going here. So this can't get out no matter what. That's there. Do one-handed. So that's what we're working with. Toilet on wheels. Hey everybody, this is En route, and today we are making my toilet. And this is where we are right now. Look at that, matey. It's the look of the Irish. Okay, so I want to have a quick second about this composting toilet. The light, I can't get the light. The light is just a mess right now. Just stay with me. All right, we got the angle. So this isn't charging. Hold on. All right, that's good. Make sure you take your astragalus. So I want to talk about composting toilets because there was something called terra preta at one point that we used to do. Not certain civilizations did it. I'm sure everybody had some kind of version of it, right? Well, essentially where it would be this like giant hole in the ground where everything that was decomposable would be thrown in it, as long as it didn't have, some crazy chemical toxic alien crap on it, right? And if you take that concept and understand that everything breaks down over time, you can understand that the amount of water that we waste to piss and shit in is actually quite devastating to everyone, and it is probably a reason why there is going to end up being a drought. If we can all learn to compost our own process, we can actually make the world a lot healthier. If you take a lot of chemicals and a lot of medication, we probably will have to have a separate kind of thing for that, because we want to make it organic, right? We want everybody to eat healthy, and the thing is that in order to make everybody organic, we have to feed the unhealthy people organic food, and over time they will get organic and they will grow their flora, and we can give them their flora, right? So think about it. A body decomposes over time. If you learn how to hot compost, you can decompose something in like 18 days, an entire cow in 18 days. Obviously you need some machinery for something like that large, but my point of the matter is that an entire animal can be decomposed in 18 days if you understand the right process, the microbes, how things happen, the heating process, and all that. The fact that it's not common knowledge how to compost is insane, and it's probably a major reason why we have a huge famine. The way we use the bathroom is destructive to our environment, and a lot of people don't understand this. And I know this is kind of a weird video to make, right? Like, why are you talking about composting toilets? The way we use the bathroom, the way we, release our fertilizer, because the thing about it is that every animal uses fertilizer. You put chickens on land that's been devastated and dried and horrible, and eventually things start growing. They start tilling the soil for you. They make things aerated. They make things softer. They allow the earth to breathe. Microbes start growing. Plants start growing. All the seeds that the birds drop, they start to actually grow. So my point is that we can't. Why we look at our process as disgusting, right? But, I think it could be disgusting if you think about what a lot of people eat. Sometimes it could be pretty disgusting, right? I kind of think of food like my medicine. Like,
this makes me feel this way, so I'm going to eat this. I don't always eat food just because I like the way something tastes. So I eat food because I want to feel a certain way, or I want to be a certain way. And while there's I don't have right now in this present moment, I am not the most best display of health. I know that. But it is because of the situation I'm in. It's hard to cook. It's just hard to do a lot of things. I have a tiny little refrigerator. It doesn't have the highest capacity, and I've just been working a little bit too hard, but it is only because of the situation that I'm dealing with. And yeah. So my point being is that I'm working towards actually getting myself healthier. And one of the ways I'm going to get myself healthier is by having a proper system for using the bathroom, right? A composting system is a great way to do it. So I'm glad you're following along on my build, and I'm not going to make this too much more longer. So yeah, look into it, and if you're trying to do it yourself, if you're trying to make stuff yourself, build stuff yourself, you want to start up little by little like I did, then if that's the route you're going, this is a really good way to get yourself a proper bathroom. It's like an upgraded outhouse, right? So there's so many modifications you can do. You can put a fan, you can do so many different things, whatever you choose. I'm doing this simple system for now until I can actually figure out how I'm going to be wiring things up and stuff right now, because I have to just do it this way. So we're going to get back to that tutorial.
Right, so I believe I have everything I need here. And I'm gonna follow this. So okay, yes, they do turn. I did that. I turned them. So, tips. Hold 2 for a longer seat. So, alright. And so, I guess you gotta screw that in first. And then, okay. I see. And then once it's in, you can use all these washers. And this piece here helps tighten it, so it's the nut key. Cool. That'll be handy. Alright. And then these should... I'm not really sure what that's referring to. Oh, okay, so these have like this bevel at the top. And so instead of having it like this, you say to have it upright. So, and those will be first. And then everything else goes below it. Okay, that makes sense. All right. So I'm gonna mark this somehow. I'll attempt to mark it with the Sharpie. I don't think it's gonna show up, but we'll see. Does it show up? A little bit. I guess that's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drill, I guess through this middle channel here. I think that's where it's going. Yeah, we'll do the middle somewhere in this slot area. And yeah, I'm gonna do that so that I can drill a hole big enough to fit that. Okay, great. So I'm probably gonna use that big one right there. Yep, that should work out great. All right, so, and then if that fits snug and that through this area, cool. So at a certain angle, I can see the outline I made. I don't think you can see it on camera because it's green. I can see it, and so I placed them there. It looks about even. Even as I'm gonna get it on this thing. It's not perfect, but it's perfect enough, right? So when you've made your mark with the drill, take those off, and let's get through this. Make it even, you know? Oh, God. Well, ain't that something? Now I've had to take out the big dogs. We'll start with this one. Okay. I'm going to attempt this. Oh, dear. Oh, fuck! Okay, I need 2 hands. Alright, moment of truth. I think that'll do. Let's see. Oh, damn. So, a bit of a dilemma here. I'm gonna have to... Yeah. So the solution is this bit. I'm going to, in this area, allow for some room for this bit. And this 1-inch screw will allow me to do that. Plus there's already that hole there. Alright. So, this is not fair. So I drilled a 1-inch hole in to the same place where I was gonna put it the first time, and that worked pretty good. So now the problem I had before, the washer, it fits now. Alright, so the real moment of truth now. It's not bad. It's not horrible. It's a little off kilter. Look at that. Look at that. I can. It's a cool experience. It's not perfect. It's still functional. Nice. So make sure we get it perfectly secure.
This side's gonna be a little bit more tricky. This one's kind of funny. The drill bit only wanted to go so far, but I think, oh, there. We can make it work. So, yeah, this one's exposed. This one's a very thin little sliver of wood there, but it's in now. That's pretty cool. And there she is, all sturdy. And you know, I went a little bougie on the toilet seat. Look at that. Yeah, baby. Look at that. I'll never hear a slamming toilet ever again. Yeah, so that's pretty nice. That was satisfying. So here she is in her glory. I'm gonna have to run and grab some edging because I want to make sure this wood stays clean and accident free. So that'll be important. I could cut some of that, a little bit more there. Yeah, definitely not a perfect circle. Wow. But at least I tried. Jesus. But that's cool. Yeah, you know, I'm still like thinking about, I don't know, I'm gonna probably, actually, you know, I'm probably gonna put some like gloss or glaze or something on this, and then still put like a washer edge thing, because yeah, so I'm gonna look into that and like at least have a nice layer of glaze like everywhere the seat covers. So before I add any edge trim essentially to the toilet, I'm going to use this waterproof Gorilla Tape, and I'll put this around the whole thing. And I may honestly only need this because it's waterproof and it works underwater. So I thought, well, that would be good. And it's like some thick stuff. So I'm gonna line the under seat and all of that. So this whole thing will be sealed with the Gorilla Tape. And that should keep it from absorbing any moisture or anything like that. So that should be good. Okay, this shit sucks. It doesn't actually do what it says. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to try something else. Moment of truth. So, I found this waterproof
patch and seal rubberized sealant spray. So that's what I'm going to use around the whole edging of this so that there are no accidents. And if there are, then you can clean it off. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bag over this toilet seat. Take this outside. I don't want the toilet seat to get any rubberized stuff on it. So I'm gonna cover it up. I'm gonna take this out and yeah, do the whole thing. It says to shake well, and it can be painted over. Wear a face mask and some glasses. Why is it upside down? So I think that's good. I'm gonna give that 24 hours. It's paintable, so I could go over the paint, but I mean, it's not that big of a deal. So it'll rubberize and create a waterproof seal. So I'm just gonna leave this here. Definitely wear a mask. You don't want to breathe this crap in. Hey, so finally this thing has been used for like a good week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, a week and a half. It is a 5-gallon capacity. I did the waterproofing, but like when you clean it off, like the white stuff gets stuck on it, on the paper towels and wipes. I think I might do another layer of the wax. Not the wax, the rubber spray. All in all, I'd say for a composting toilet, it's going to be a much cheaper deal, especially if you don't get like a retardedly expensive toilet seat. Like just get a Walmart toilet seat. If you just have some like random pieces of wood going around, like you could make this for probably less than $50. $50 with the toilets if you get wheels and everything, you know. So, and you know, obviously you can, you know, make it better or whatever. There is hardware, so maybe like $60. The point of the matter is that the 5-gallon capacity that I needed, because the one that I bought on Amazon, the pink one, I think that was around $40 to $50 when I bought it. And it has a very small capacity, so you have to change it every day or every other day, like every other day. So that gets daunting after a while. So this larger capacity is awesome. It's going to make everything a lot more easier. If you have the lid to the bucket, you just put the lid on and switch out the bucket and put in a new bucket, which I have here. And so it's all fresh and clean, ready to go back. The wheels are super convenient because then you can bring it to the front of, like to bring it outside or whatever, and then you don't have to have that bucket open within the whole house or whatever. Or you could just, you know, put the lid on it if you have the muscles and just
take it out. Either way, the whole system is geared to make it as simple and easy as possible. Also like to note, because I'm trying to edit this video together, I size this according to a Home Depot bucket. But some buckets are bigger. Like if you go to Ace Hardware and stuff, like I don't know where you buy buckets from, right? But I'm just saying, like if you want a different kind of bucket, not all buckets, 5-gallon buckets, are going to be the same circumference and all that stuff. So some buckets don't fit the dimensions of this specific build. So just keep that in mind when you're building it, and you know, maybe give it a little bit less of a snug area. You know, I mean, I don't care if I'm gonna go to Home Depot. I'm sure there's other buckets. I'll try other buckets. I'm sure not, you know, I don't have to just use Home Depot buckets, but some buckets, like the Ace Hardware buckets, I think. Oh no, the Roll King bucket has like a big ring around it that gives it a bigger circumference unnecessarily, and it doesn't fit. So it's fine, but you know, if you go to Roll King, not a lot of people do, but so yeah, that's all. There are locks on the wheels, so there's that. That's I already mentioned that. What else? Yeah, I mean, I think if you're gonna build your own, you're gonna be real, like, the thing is like, a lot of these composting systems are a little expensive, you know, like $169 for a decent one and all that stuff. And I was just thinking about the capacity. Capacity is so important. I don't think people think about how many times they're gonna be changing out that toilet. And even so, with, you know, them being nicer, the capacity was just something I was just, for the price, I was just like, I'm just gonna make it, because I'm, you know, I'm in a weird, tough situation, because I'm, you know, I was once naive and now I'm not, but here we are. I'd say that even if you don't necessarily do like off-grid or whatever, just having something like this in an outhouse or whatever, it can be very convenient in a pinch, like if the water or sewage, there's an issue with it, with the plumbing, just to have something like this. Everybody should have like a backup little thing, you know? And so, you know, even if it's not, you know, because obviously this is not like for camping, this is for like a cabin, you know? I mean, I guess you could, if you're a big man, you just carry this, it's not that light, but yeah, I think everybody should have kind of like a little composting situation, you know, if anything, right? Because it's it can be easily disposed of. You could just dig a hole, you know, and it's not a big deal. So, and the thing about it is that, you know, you're not adding as much matter as you think. Things break down. Like, you see something that's, you know, 5 gallons worth of matter, and it will break down into become a gallon or less worth of matter. So, you know, people don't understand that. Like, I have a composting pile, and I've never had to like it's never ever filled up to the point where I couldn't ever. It always just keeps breaking down, continuously breaking down. It never stops. And at the bottom, you have this beautiful, rich, black soil that's just been, it's just incredible. And so, you know, this is a composting toilet tutorial, but I also think that more people, it shouldn't be such a taboo discussion or a taboo thing to have. Like, people should just know how to compost stuff. So if we learned how to break things down better, there wouldn't be so many issues with having all these landfills. Like, honestly, if we just organized all of our trash properly, we wouldn't have all these waste issues, all these issues at all. And all the food waste that does occur won't be actually food waste, because it turns into fertilizer, turns into food for crops later on. you know. And so then again, then even if you do waste food accidentally, you forget to eat those bananas and they rot, you don't have to just throw them in the landfill. They're going to go back into the soil. They're going to feed the soil. Something's going to eat it, you know? And so that's my whole point about composting. And not, you know, no one's, you know, obligated to do it, but just so that you have that knowledge and you can be more aware of things, make your life simpler. You're at a pinch, don't have a ton of money, well, you don't have to suffer completely. And so that's what I'm trying to show people. You know, you don't have to, you can be rich poor, you know. If you have the willpower to create things, you can make things, and you can build your comfort. And so that's kind of what I've been doing. You know, I've been building my comfort because I know that I can't really afford to outsource it. So there you go. This is the composting toilet tutorial. I'm glad you watched this video. If you stayed to the end, you're incredible. You're amazing. You're the creme de la creme. And that is all. Thank you.